This is Campus News, reporting the top stories from colleges and universities.
Next on Campus News, it may not be your typical gym, but students are getting fit with this new workout craze. See how far one Bison athlete is willing to go to play the game she loves. A new trend in music is blasting its way onto college dance floors. But first, we'll see how our latest winter storm left some students stranded on their way home. Good morning and welcome to Campus News. I'm Macy Egland.
And I'm Chelsea Smith. Many area colleges were on spring break last week, but you can never tell by the weather.
Students returning from a relaxing break faced treacherous conditions. Reporter Hannah Corey shows what some had to do to make it through our latest blizzard.
Gusting winds, ice, whiteouts. These were just a few of the driving conditions many MSUM students were faced with upon returning to campus Sunday night.
Hello, that's me. He was the one driving and we almost drove off the road a couple of times.
Right by the exit, it got really crazy for like about 30 seconds and I couldn't see anything, so I just got on the exit, which I barely got onto as well.
Better being safe than sorry. Come in someplace where it's warm.
We did a 360 spin turning in the truck stop.
Rossay, just south of Fargo-Moorhead, only has one hotel, which was booked full the night of the storm.
Last night I stayed in my car and it was kind of cold.
We got the last hotel room in the hotel, so yeah, we were pretty lucky.
It's 24/7, holidays, everything.
Yes, rain or shine.
We're always open.
We are here.
Once settled with coffee to warm them, the question of what do you do in a truck stop for 12 hours comes up. Most took time to work on their computers, but others were more adventurous.
The other night we had 3 customers singing like big butts, and I cannot lie.
And they were going like this.
And, yeah.
Once 94 reopened, students were quick to unbury their cars and head back to Moorhead. Okay. Hannah Corey, Campus News.
The heavy snowfall caused both roads and schools to close in the Fargo-Moorhead region.
For students and teachers at MSUM, snow days are becoming a familiar part of the school year. This is the third time in 4 weeks that MSUM has been closed because of winter weather, turning this into this. Each of MSUM's 3 snow days have been on Mondays, forcing instructors to adjust their teaching schedules.
Well, it's affected my Calculus 2 class in the sense that we're 1 day behind. We were able to make up some time from between the last snow day and yesterday. And my analysis class, we are 2 days behind because there's really no way to make up time in that class.
MSUM does not make up snow days, nor does it offer tuition reimbursement for them.
2 people are in custody after shooting an MSU Moorhead student just 2 blocks off of campus. Police say that on March 6, 23-year-old Michael Crittenden and 19-year-old Tashawn Darden came to an apartment located at 1107 17th Street South and shot Anthony Sands twice. That same day, police seized 2.2 pounds of marijuana and nearly $11,000 in cash from Sands' home. MSUM Public Safety sent out emergency notifications to students and faculty shortly after the incident. On March 7th, the Red River Valley SWAT team executed a search warrant and arrested Darden at a Fargo apartment. Crittenden was arrested later that day in Moorhead.
While many students head to the Wellness Center for a workout between classes, some college students turn to a different program to fend off the feared freshman 15.
Reporter Brian Ashburn brings us to the gym for a look at the latest trend.
For most college students, 5 a.m. doesn't exist.
Yeah, waking up is really hard.
But for MSUM sophomore Tara Andreessen, morning is her motivation. And CrossFit is her domain.
I come Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and sometimes Wednesday if I'm ambitious.
CrossFit is a unique workout experience that combines different styles of exercise to train people like Andreessen to be well-rounded athletes.
I do it because it's different than your regular routine at the gym. I wasn't a lifter before I came here, and learning how to do Olympic lifts is tricky.
People of all ages come together into one warehouse to follow designed workouts by certified instructors. Because of athletes like Andreessen, CrossFit has become a global phenomenon. World competitions pit the strongest CrossFit athletes to prove their prowess. Even celebrities like Kelly Clarkson and Brad Pitt have joined the craze. Here in Fargo, CrossFit has been a tool for college students to improve their lives.
CrossFit for me is kind of about, total body fitness. When you get up in the morning, you work out, you feel you're more alert, you're more able to, take in information and learn more basically at school.
For Andreessen, CrossFit provides not only a fulfilling workout, but a place to make friends.
It's better than going to the gym. People here want you to do better. They're not just trying to compete with you, they're trying to make you better.
No matter who you are, it's clear that CrossFit can make you feel good, inside and out. Brian Ashburn, Campus News.
There are 2 CrossFit gyms in the Fargo Moorhead area. College students can join for a discounted rate of $79 a month.
We've all heard the saying, sex sells, but a professor at a college in England is saying it might not be as successful as we think. University of Warwick professor Tamara Ansons analyzed the effects that different styles of advertising had on viewers. She compared advertisements featuring bikini models, regular women, and no people at all. Ansons concluded that women respond negatively to ads that feature unattainable beauty. Anson says that advertisements like Dove that don't feature your typical runway model are the most successful. From the freshman 15 to an all ramen noodle diet, college students aren't always thought of as the healthiest. But as reporter Nora Alamran shows us, a health fair at Concordia College is looking to raise health awareness.
Concordia's health fair had it all, whether it was having a free massage, learning about cornea donation, or just walking around and getting more information about health. The coordinator couldn't choose a favorite vendor, but knew for sure what her favorite part in creating this event was.
Seeing everything come together, seeing all of the vendors here, seeing the volunteers, and seeing everything really put together after months and months of planning.
Claudia Berglo's favorite part was trying on the drunk goggles.
Insane. I can barely do stuff.
To sum it all in one word, this event is all about
awareness, because I believe that most of the subjects that they were talking about in this event, people are too afraid of. I think that right now society needs to realize that we young people, we need to take care of important things instead of worrying about what kind of clothes we're wearing or what's the next party gonna be at,
Other than the information about health, students loved this event because of the free gifts.
Of course, we're college students, so there's been a lot of, I got so much free stuff, which is great, right?
With more than 30 vendors in this event, students could pick and choose which vendor suited them best. With photographer Narcis El-Bakshi, Noor Al-Amran, Campus News.
Awesome.
More than 30 vendors participated in the fair to provide a wide variety of information on health topics.
The University of Minnesota will soon become a leader in the fight against Parkinson's disease. The campus's medical center has been named a site for a 2-year multi-site study known as BioFind. The study focuses on finding new Parkinson's disease biomarkers. Biomarkers help researchers develop therapies that will slow or stop disease progression. The U of M Medical Center is one of 5 sites for the study. The National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, along with the Michael J. Fox Foundation, are sponsoring the research. A new program at Minnesota State University Moorhead has students teaching skills to children with disabilities.
Reporter Brianne Lensmeyer tells us how this special clinic is making an impact in the lives of both students and the children they are teaching.
Just something. Foam pads, mats, and stuffed animals are just a few things that these MSUM students are using to help children develop their motor skills.
We're doing so good today.
Professor Paul McGuire developed the Child Motor Development Clinic for children with both physical and mental disabilities.
The artistic is the connection, the chemistry, the soul, and the science is the motor development and motor learning, how the brain processes information. We're just pulling all that together.
Each week, the students work on individualized lesson plans, so when the children arrive, they work on different skills for the week.
Hi, guys.
The students try to help the children learn skills they may not have developed yet. These activities include walking on colorful foam pads to rolling over on a soft mat and taking a swing with a bat to hit a ball to improve hand-eye coordination. For one MSUM student, seeing the weekly improvements of the children is the most rewarding part.
It's the best feeling ever, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing their smile and their excitement after completing their goals has to be a better feeling for me, for them from reaching their goals than when I reach my own goals.
And at the end of each half-hour clinic, these children leave with skills that they can use to lead more active lives.
For a hug, thank you for the hug.
With photographer Stian Michelson, Brianne Lensmeyer, Campus News.
There are currently 2 children in the clinic now, and organizers say they would like to see the program grow to 12 by the end of the semester.
Chilly temperatures are keeping students indoors, but rather than getting a case of cabin fever, the Gamers Club at MSUM is encouraging students to revisit some fun indoor games. First-year president Michael Lico says the club is open to anyone who enjoys playing games. Lico says they play a variety of games and are open to suggestions.
We typically set up groups for playing tabletop role-playing games, but we'll play just anything from Uno to Magic to Halo.
The Gamers Club meets twice a week at MSUM. Some popular games played include card games, video games, and Wii. Have you ever asked yourself what you want to do before you die?
It can be a challenging question, but a group of Canadian men are giving it a true meaning. Reporter Ross Torgerson has more.
From the outside, it can't be seen. But on the inside, these loony, goofy,
I was living in my friend's closet, like Harry Potter.
whimsical characters have a heart of solid gold. Meet Johnny Penn and Dave Lingwood from MTV's The Buried Life. The Buried Life is a show formerly on MTV based around 4 men that travel the world for a purpose. To answer the question, what do I want to do before I die? And with that thought in mind, they found themselves on the campus of MSUM, just one of many stops they are making on their nationwide college tour. And they made their arrival to the stage the only way they know how. But what makes these guys special is something completely different.
What I want you to do is to help a bunch of kids that have cancer do something that just lets them feel like they're kids.
They pay it forward.
We thought we should help people because it just felt like the right thing to do.
And took 6 kids, all under the age of 10, with cancer, on a shopping spree at Toys R Us to let them choose whatever they wanted.
You know, people have been very nice to us, and when we started just driving around trying to cross off our list items, they'd give us food or invite us to dinner or, you know, give us whatever they could offer, and we felt like it was the right thing to kind of pay that back.
I think the great thing about helping other people is the kind of genuine surprise that you get of how fulfilled you feel when you do enter someone else's life, especially a stranger's life.
But before they left, there was one question they had for students.
I want to ask you guys what you want to do before you die.
Meet Luke Bryan.
I want to become a famous movie makeup artist.
Collaborate with Eminem. Ever since I got out of high school, I've missed football, and I just want one more chance to play college football.
Some newfound inspiration, motivation, and courage, all thanks to a couple goofballs from Canada. With photographer Catherine Beneby, Ross Torgerson, Campus News.
Johnny and Dave's college tour continues as they're set to speak next on April 8th at California State University, Chico. North Dakota's heritage is loud and proud thanks to a radio program put on by NDSU. The program featured 16 narrators sharing memories of music and life within the German-Russian culture. Everything from church hymns to accordion music is a part of the program. The project, which has taken 4 years to complete, was featured on multiple radio stations across North Dakota. A CD of the radio program will be available at the NDSU library for $20.
Students at NDSU spent the evening laughing while comedians combined 2 things that don't normally go hand in hand: humor and serious social issues. Reporter Jenna Weinberger tells us more about this unique act.
What do you get when you mix a black man and a Jewish man with a comedy show? Something like this.
Well, come over there and put this feather bone where you don't want it.
The Black Jew Dialogues is a performance that will not be forgotten.
I will take that puppet from you and beat you to death with our man.
Through costumes and puppets, the performers interact with their audience as they confront social issues.
I hope they think about maybe coming out of their own, as we say in the show, their own comfort zones, you know, maybe thinking about some of their own shortcomings, some of the way they maybe treat people, maybe they do a better job, and take some action.
Most people aren't your obstacle, they're just the other people.
And if you get past the fear and the stereotypes, because it makes you feel better to just sort of categorize people, if you get past that, you start to see people, and you see them as, like I like to say, the opportunities they are rather than the obstacles you think they are.
The performers use humor as a way to talk about social issues that are sometimes difficult to discuss for some.
You know, give everybody a chance. Don't just judge them based on a stereotype you may have heard before.
The two performers are passionate about their work and hope to spread their message around the world.
The vast majority of all of us in the country are doing the right thing.
With photographer Ben Gumringer, reporter Jenna Weinberger, Campus News.
The duo has performed their act at more than 200 colleges.
Young kids and parents kept warm from the cold at an open gym day at MSU Moorhead. The new facility at the Early Education Center held an open gym for kids ages 16 months to 6 years old. The youngsters enjoyed a range of activities from riding bikes, running around, and meeting new friends. The facility is only open certain Saturdays. It is free and open to the public, but children must be accompanied by an adult.
Colleges are sometimes considered a place of personal transformation. The people of Ignite Church in Moorhead underwent a different kind of transformation on MSUM's campus. Reporter Kevin Gutman tells us more.
With a few words and a quick dunk in the pool, the process is both complete and only beginning. Ignite Church in Moorhead performs their baptisms in the Nemzik Hall swimming pool twice a year. The church tried other places for baptisms, but ran into rules which led them to Nemzik.
They said we could do a baptism in their pool, but we can't dunk people. And we're like, well, that's kind of the symbolism. Nemzik just said, yeah, no, you can rent it. I'm like, we're just going to have like 6 people in a pool. Is that okay? They're like, yeah, sure. No, sounds good.
Churches differ on the meaning and purpose of baptisms. For Jill Bolkin, a personal tragedy in her family spurred her desire to be baptized and publicly declare her faith.
And I just wanted to rededicate myself to him and make it known that, you know what, I understand that you're doing this for a reason, and that very well may be that you want us all to come back to you. So I wanted to rededicate myself to him and make it public that, you know what, I'm yours.
She was at a loss for words after the ceremony.
I don't know that I've really processed it yet. Emotional, peaceful. I don't know, I think I'm still processing it.
MSUM's swimming pool may be known more for swimming lessons and competitions, but for this congregation, it became the ideal venue for a life-changing experience. Kevin Gutman, Campus News.
The Nemzik swimming pool can be rented by anyone for $70 an hour. Besides baptisms, the pool can be rented out for birthday parties and other events. And now we turn it over to Colin Boyles for a look at this week's sports.
So basketball season is winding down.
Yeah, March Madness is starting up. Did you both fill out your brackets?
Yes, I did, and I know I'm going to win that $50,000 from ESPN.
I didn't, unfortunately, but you guys are going to split your winnings, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Thanks. As the MSU Moorhead basketball teams begin their off seasons, one senior on the men's team is leaving his legacy on the court. Alex Novak finished his 4th and final season as a Dragon, setting lasting marks in career rebounds and blocks. He became the program leader in both with 1,054 rebounds and 223 blocks. Novak made memories with friends while leaving his imprint on the history of Dragons basketball.
I'm going to miss the players that I played with. I mean, those guys have had a big impact on my life, and I think I've had a big impact on theirs too.
He leaves with a great legacy. I mean, he's the career leader in blocks, career leader in rebounds. That's an unbelievable accomplishment as a basketball player.
Novak started all but 3 games at MSUM and will return to campus next year to finish up degrees in biotechnology and biochemistry. The game of basketball runs through the veins of a pair of sisters on the MSUM women's basketball team. It was long before either was born, though, that their connection to the school first started. Cammie Raisler tells us their story.
Basketball has basically been a lifestyle for 2 sisters on the MSUM women's basketball team.
They've played ball together since Megan was in 4th grade and Heather was in 2nd grade.
Junior Megan Stracy, who leads the Dragons in scoring this season, has a teammate who is always by her side. That teammate, her sister Heather.
I've came here for 2 years watching Megan, so
it was a pretty easy choice to decide here.
The 6-foot sisters from Evansville, Minnesota aren't the only two Stracys to step foot on the court in a dragon uniform. The sisters' mother, Dana, was in fact a dragon herself.
83 to 85 I played here. Enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed going to school here. I got my degree. The school is excellent.
Dana's daughters decided to follow in her footsteps.
The Stracy sisters spend a lot of time together on the court. But aside from basketball and school, the two are very close friends.
She's always at my house. We share a vehicle, so we're running errands together all the time, and we just get along really good off the court, so we're always doing stuff.
The sisters cherish the time they have left on the court together.
Yeah, I only have, a year and a third left, so gotta take advantage of it.
From draining shots while playing one-on-one to riding to the grocery store together, the sisters, from a family with basketball in their blood,
We've seen many basketball games.
Have a unique bond that rarely keeps them from each other's side. Cammie Raisler, Campus News.
The Stracy sisters were both on the court in 18 games this past season. MSUM is planning a degree for those who want to make sports a career. It could soon be offering a degree in sports media. Many students already stay busy keeping stats, recording the games, and producing video and graphics for MSUM's Jumbotron. And an increased interest in sports media has led the university to consider adding it as a major.
There are a lot of things that we think might be attractive to students, including sports writing, promotions, marketing, administration, management, radio, television side of it, website, new media, just a variety of things.
MSUM faculty are still working out the details and need to establish funds for the program and educators. The NDSU football team ended last season playing on national television, and it will be starting next season in the national spotlight once again. The announcement was made by Kansas State that its season opener with NDSU has officially been moved to Friday, August 30th, and can be seen on the new Fox Sports 1 channel, formerly the Speed Channel. It's a 7:30 kickoff against the Wildcats. This will be the first season opening game on a weeknight for NDSU since 2009 when the Bison opened up against Iowa State. Choosing a college after high school is a tough decision for many students, but imagine going to a school thousands of miles away from home to play the sport you love. Reporter Kenny Buck shows us how one NDSU athlete brought her talents from down under.
It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, we can all relate to our favorite sport. This is especially true for Marina Whittle and her NDSU teammates. Whittle is from Victoria, Australia, almost 9,000 miles away from the United States. Even with the great distance, the decision to play for the Bison was easier than you think.
All the people that I've spoke to coming here and one of the assistant coaches, they really made it out to be wonderful, and whenever I spoke to anyone they were just great people, and the basketball of course is something to look forward to.
Having never made an official visit to NDSU, Whittle had to develop a relationship with head coach Carolyn Dehoff and the rest of the staff through social media.
Being able to do a lot of research on the internet. Obviously, you know, when you get comfortable with somebody, that's the big part. And then you sell the university, you sell the program, and jumped on the plane. A little bit of nervousness, and here she is.
As for helping Whittle adjust to the cold weather and culture of Fargo, she and Coach Dehoff give praise to her teammates.
It's like a family, kind of more than a team, and they've always been there for support whenever I've felt homesick.
You know, I would like to take the credit, but I won't. I'll give it to my staff, but more than that, I think our staff would give it to our players. It felt like she just belonged when she got here.
The team may be Whittle's comfort factor, but they're not afraid to give her a hard time about her accent.
The big word that really kind of sticks out to me because the kids have pointed it out, it's corner. She says corner, corner, corner.
Corner. Corner? Oh my God. Corner, weird, mum, g'day, crocodile, or just anything they can.
With photographer Kyle Wahlberg, Kenny Buck, Campus News.
Whittle made a big splash during her first season while starting 26 games and leading the team in rebounds for 14 of them. You know, that's quite a move. I cannot imagine moving over 9,000 miles away from home.
I only live 2.5 hours away, and even that's hard.
Thanks, Colin. Many college students are dancing to a new beat these days, and as reporter Thor Thompson shows us, with advancements in music technology, the electronic music scene is literally booming.
There's a new wave of dance music hitting the Fargo Moorhead scene. Dubstep, electronic dance music that emphasizes bass and drums, has become the new rage for DJs and musicians alike. Chris Patano is a local DJ, producer, and event coordinator who was around for the birth of dubstep in the FM area.
Been in the electronic music scene in Fargo for I'd say over like a decade. That's kind of how I started in it, is going to house parties and shows and stuff, and afterwards and like putting CDs in, you know, to like people's stereos and stuff, and people are like, well, what is this? I'm like, well, this is dubstep, you know. This music is you know, it's all about the production and sound engineering and stuff like that, and so now the software and the programming has become a lot more accessible.
This makes it easier for students to enjoy live shows and stay up to date on this growing style of music.
I think it's just a great time, and it's something that people just really enjoy because it's a chance to get out there and to just enjoy and have fun with great music.
Another part of the appeal is that the music is constantly changing, so the listener is regularly offered new sounds, styles, and artists to sample.
It started off as dubstep around here, but now we're starting to see a new genre that's starting to emerge out of the dubstep scene, which is called trap music, which is kind of a rap, kind of a beat to it, and that's been evolved into the dubstep scene.
This new brand of music provides college students with a steady supply of live entertainment, and from the sound of it, it will be hard to ignore. Thor Thompson, Campus News.
The genre is gaining momentum with bands like Skrillex winning 3 Grammy Awards in 2011 and Deadmau5 being nominated for 3 in 2012. And that's it for this edition of Campus News.
We leave you with a look at the dances from African Night at MSUM.
Thanks for joining us, and have a great week.
Campus News was produced by the Television News Workshop in the Department of Mass Communications at Minnesota State University Moorhead, in cooperation with Prairie Public Television.